कि नाउ आई हैव ऑलरेडी लाइक मतलब मिस्टेक्स कर ली हैं आप जेई में, उसके बाद अब रिपीट नहीं करना है. यू नो व्हाट दे से दैट यू गेट 2 slates in your life. If one is wasted, then just fill out everything like with everything that you've got on the second one, right? So वही करने का
this who sort of keep, I think a big problem is that we sort of make this mindset that यार अब तो मैं इस कॉलेज में हूँ, अब तो मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, या तो अब मैं इस ब्रांच में हूँ तो मेरा अब नहीं हो सकता. बट द रियलिटी इज दैट दीज टेक कंपनीज आर वेरी वेरी ओपन इन टर्म्स ऑफ अगर स्किल्स हैं तो तुम कुछ ना कुछ तरीके से घुस ही जाओगे अगर स्किल्स तुमने अच्छे से कर लिया. गुड पार्ट अबाउट बिल्डिंग दोस प्रोजेक्ट्स इज कि एक्साइटमेंट होती है ना. व्हाट्सएप पे हैप्पी बर्थडे विश हो रहा है चाहे वो ऑटोमेट हो गया, बट लाइक वो बड़ी एक्साइटमेंट होती है कि अरे यार मेरे को नहीं करना पड़ रहा, ये खुद से कर रहा है, बढ़िया है.
Sometimes like the main goal of that project was कि यार 12 o'clock तक जागना ना पड़े, खुद ही मैसेज चला जाए. But still I used to sit till 12:30 कि यार जा रही है मैसेज या नहीं. I used to see just कि हाँ यार लैपटॉप पे हो रहा है कुछ या नहीं हो रहा. So it is another kind of joy you get, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So hi everyone, welcome to Coding Ninjas, and so again we have an amazing student right now and going into her corporate journey. So we have along with her Pariksha. Pariksha is from UIET college in Chandigarh and एकदम फोड़ रखा है परीक्षा ने. गोल्डमैन सैक्स से ऑफर है, अमेजोन से ऑफर है, गूगल से ऑफर है, अभी अमेजोन में इंटर्न कर रही है, तो बहुत ही बढ़िया है एकदम, है ना. सो लेट्स फिगर आउट what all she did, how she did it, and कैसे like all these offers and like what was the journey like starting from first year. So let's sort of start with that. Hi Pariksha, welcome to Coding Ninjas.
It's good to finally see you. I have seen a lot of videos, but like never seen you in person. So this is a good experience.
Yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, always happy to talk to a student, which I think just love to interact with students as much as possible. So with online, I do try to reach out to as many students as possible and still connect with them. So yeah, very happy to have you. So Pariksha, like. So obviously I want to know like what your journey was like how did you sort of crack all these companies and what all did you do, right? So उस पे जाने से पहले let's start with maybe your first year, right? Like so let's talk about like how was the first thing about college? Like were you happy that you got into UIET? What was the feeling like? Was the feeling inside that बढ़िया है अब चिल करते हैं, या was the feeling like कि नहीं यार अच्छा नहीं हुआ, मेरे को बहुत मेहनत करनी है? Like what was that feeling like?
So yeah, first year is like very new experiences you get in first year, and like what do I say? Obviously JEE अच्छा नहीं गया था, so I landed into UIT and I was even thinking कि यार drop कर लेते हैं और maybe just prepare for JEE and give it again next year without dropping, like a backup option or something. But then thought कि यार नहीं, so let's try and explore things कि क्या चल रहा है कॉलेज में. उसके बाद फिर मतलब मैंने सोचा कि यार कुछ क्लब्स वगैरह ज्वाइन करते हैं विच आर रियली टेक्निकल, कि थोड़ा CSE में पता तो चले होता क्या है, बिकॉज आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम अ सॉफ्टवेयर बैकग्राउंड बिफोर माई कॉलेज. आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड विद सॉफ्टवेयर इन माई फर्स्ट ईयर, सो आई वॉज लाइक वेरी न्यू टू दिस स्टफ. इससे पहले क्या किया था बचपन में कुछ 5th-6th क्लास में HTML थोड़ा बहुत, एंड अदर देन दैट कुछ नहीं किया था प्रोग्रामिंग में. सो देन आई थॉट maybe चलो explore करते हैं, and after that I found this group called Design and Innovation Group. It was very tech centered and the seniors there were really nice, so I got into it and interview clear हो गया. उसके बाद start किया वहाँ से, तो then I got to know कि यार ये programming की like world क्या है programming का. So उनके ही तरफ से there was like an Android boot camp or something that I explored. समझ नहीं आता था तब कुछ इतना ज़्यादा, बस दिखता था यार हाँ कुछ है ऐसा कर सकते हैं. Then I started off, the first language that I started was with Python. So like really making small games in Python, scraping web out of Python, using Selenium to automate like sending happy birthday on WhatsApp or something. So ऐसे mini projects करके like थोड़ा बहुत start किया. Then afterwards अच्छा लगने लगा, the teachers were really good as well. Like 1 or 2 teachers were really good. Like हर college में होता है कि some of the teachers are good, some are average, and some are like क्या time pass classes हैं. So like I was thankful कि data structures and C के जो teachers थे हमारे starting में, though they were good. But हाँ एक feeling थी first year में कि now I have already like मतलब mistakes कर ली हैं अब JEE में, उसके बाद अब repeat नहीं करना है. You know what they say, that you get 2 slates in your life. If one is wasted, then just fill out everything like with everything that you've got on the second one, right? So वही करने का try किया था. And thankfully first year में काफ़ी बच्चे waste कर देते हैं time. मैंने नहीं किया, and that was a plus. So and also sometimes it happens like one edge था कह लो या a disappointment थी that I didn't get hostel. So there are like pros and cons of everything. So अब hostel नहीं मिला तो hostel life was very जैसे कहते हैं ना, दूर की चीज़ें बहुत अच्छी लगती हैं. hostel life में ऐसा लगता है कि यार काश hostel life होता, काश ऐसा होता. But now that I look into it, अगर मेरा hostel life होता तो first year में I would have missed doing all these small projects and you know really build the building blocks that you know were the, you can say, the root of everything. So तो टाइम वेस्ट थोड़ा कम किया, काम पे फोकस किया. Yeah, so that was kind of my first year.
Okay. And I didn't mention earlier, but like I think everybody should know that you did get a 5-star on CodeChef as well, right? Like so with working hard on your CP skills as well. So वो इतनी सारी चीज़ें होती है ना, तो मिस हो जाती है ये वाली चीज़. तो so would love to sort of now like how did you start CP? Like what was the journey like? Like when did you think कि यार अब CP में कुछ करते हैं, competitive कुछ करते हैं? Like how did you sort of start with that?
So first year was mostly based on you know developing small projects, getting myself familiar with all these things, and by luck I also cracked GSOC in my first year itself. So summers में Python पे ही project था. There's an organization called Pala. So their main product is about linting the code and cleaning it up. So उसमें हो गया, तो summers went in that only. So summers after first year. So that was also a very good experience of 2 to 3 months. Then afterwards, after that, like college में होता है ना, third semester में we get that subject called data structures. और तब कुछ idea नहीं था यार ये data structures क्या होता है. We always use arrays. Like बाकी क्या है ये सब. Then at that time I thought चलो देखते हैं क्या कराते हैं. And in our college the data structure teachers was really good, like really good. So उनके खुद के जो core concepts थे, those were really clear. Like आपके हैं when you teach. So kind of like I see him in you as well. So just a compliment. Then afterwards like data structures का वहीं से clear होना शुरू हो गया था. So in second year, as I was telling you, like in December I thought यार data structures तो ठीक है, but there is something like competitive programming as well. So before that HackerRank से इधर उधर से questions मैंने किए थे solve, जो कि होते नहीं थे इतने अच्छे से. Mostly I used to go to the solution and see कि यार ऐसा भी हो सकता है. Then at that time I didn't know that there are certain tips, techniques, or like there are certain, what do you call it, procedures to do certain questions, or the way to think about doing certain questions. So ये सब नहीं पता था तब.
Right.
So I thought कि यार ऐसे YouTube पे इधर उधर देखने से नहीं होगा इतना, because YouTube is like a dictionary, no, that if you want to see something specific you can go there and search it कि यार ठीक है मिल गया पढ़ लिया. But if you want to like know something in depth, like पूरा का पूरा course चाहिए या पूरा subject ही cover करना है, then that becomes really, you know, there are a lot of distractions on YouTube. That is for sure. So फिर सोचा ऐसे December was coming, like my exams were almost over, so I was just scrolling through my Instagram and saw कि यार ऐसे coding ninja सा course है, and it was like really focused on competitive programming. Like went through the contents and saw yeah सारे topics covered ही हैं. So and so let's go for it, let's try it. मतलब इतने reviews वगैरह नहीं पढ़े थे. So I thought let's try it, let's give it a go. So I asked my father कि यार ये pay कर दो. Then he said okay if you want then I'll pay. Then उसके बाद I started doing the course. तो holidays में ही start किया, and that was a plus because एक routine बन गया था. It is difficult to build a good routine when you are going to college, and जब घर पे ही थे holidays थी तो start करना easy हो गया था. So वही course किया 5 to 6 months. So 4th semester mostly went in that course. So उससे काफ़ी अच्छी foundation बन गई थी. Like I became so much confident that I could actually do those previous hacker rank questions like more easily you can say. You know, not even अगर मैं solution पढ़ रही थी तो that solution was crystal clear to me now. समझने में काफ़ी आसानी हो गई थी. So that was pretty much how I started with competitive programming. Then afterwards, I got to know from my seniors, my friends, that yeah, this is CodeChef, this is Codeforces, we have all these platforms. इस पे rating भी build करनी होती है to show in your resume. So सोचा कि चलो course हो गया है, अब let's challenge ourselves. So let's go with some competitions, let's go with some contests. Then like एक अच्छा group भी form हो गया था college में. So me and my friends 4 to 5 people we were. So हम ऐसे questions discuss करते रहते थे. एक culture सा बन गया था अच्छा. So that also helped. So afterwards like CodeChef से शुरू किया long challenges से खासकर. So because like kind of they are slow, they give you the time to think. Then उसके बाद धीरे धीरे आके timed contests पे गए. टाइम कॉन्टेस्ट पे फिर ठीक परफॉर्मेंस हुई. कई बार नहीं भी होती थी. सो नो हार्ड फीलिंग्स, बढ़ जाते थे आगे, प्रैक्टिस कर लेते थे और कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते थे. सो देयर वर सेटबैक्स एज वेल, नो डाउट. उसके बाद कोड फोर्सेस पे गए क्योंकि अब था कि इंटरव्यूज आएंगी या फिर किक स्टार्ट्स आएंगे, कोड जैम आएगा. दैट वुड बी टाइम्ड एंड दैट वुड बी यू नो जैसे उस जेई के पेपर में बैठ के देना होता था ना, 3 hours में ही सब डिसाइड होता था. ऐसे वाली फीलिंग आती थी ना. यू यूज्ड टू गेट नर्वस कि आता था क्वेश्चन रह जाए, ऐसा ना हो. इसलिए कोड फोर्सेस स्टार्ट किया. एंड इन कोड फोर्सेस यू हैव दिस थिंग कॉल्ड practice contest. Like you could rewind the contest and see your rank. वो live contest दोबारा से चलता है. So that also helped me. So like every day at 8 PM I used to sit. यहाँ एक live contest, यहाँ एक पुराना contest कोई भी देती थी. So this went on for like 1 or 2 months. So that speed build हो जाए अच्छे से. Then उसके बीच में I used to give kickstarts. That eventually got me into Google and CodeJam and all these contests. मतलब all the contests, any contest that I could like lay my hands on, I used to give it. Like मन नहीं कर रहा, कोई बात नहीं, ट्राई कर लेते हैं, देखते हैं.
सही है. सो वन थिंग दैट आई कैन क्लियरली सी, राइट, लाइक कि फर्स्ट ईयर से लाइक डायरेक्शन जैसी भी थी, लाइक हमें क्लैरिटी नहीं थी कि हमें डेटा एल्गोरिथम पहले करना है या पहले क्या करना है, बट एटलीस्ट यू आर ट्राइंग आउट मल्टीपल थिंग्स, छोटे छोटे प्रोजेक्ट बना लिए. एंड लाइक द गुड पार्ट अबाउट बिल्डिंग दोस प्रोजेक्ट्स इज कि एक्साइटमेंट होती है ना. व्हाट्सएप पे हैप्पी बर्थडे विश हो रहा है, चाहे वो ऑटोमेट हो गया, बट लाइक वो बड़ी एक्साइटमेंट होती है कि अरे यार मेरे को नहीं करना पड़ रहा, ये खुद से कर रहा है. बढ़िया एकदम. ये
even sometimes like the main goal of that project was कि यार 12 o'clock तक जागना ना पड़े, खुद ही मैसेज चला जाए. but still I used to sit till 12:30 कि यार जा रही है मैसेज या नहीं. I used to see just कि हाँ यार लैपटॉप पे हो रहा है कुछ या नहीं हो रहा. So it is another kind of joy you get, really.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I tell a lot of people, that जो लोग 4 साल तक सिर्फ CP या फिर बेसिकली अगर हम सिर्फ डेटा एक्सेस करते हैं ना, तो ये वाला जो पार्ट है कंप्यूटर साइंस का वो थोड़ा मिस हो जाता है जो तुमने फर्स्ट ईयर में किया. कि लाइक द जॉय ऑफ बिल्डिंग समथिंग दैट गेट्स सम वर्क डन फॉर अस, वो बहुत ही सही होता है, उसमें बहुत मजा आता है. सो सही है. एंड ये तो मुझे पता ही नहीं था, फिर से एक और चीज़ निकल के आएगी. तुमने फर्स्ट ईयर में GSOC भी क्रैक किया था. लकीली कुछ नहीं होता है, आई एम श्योर लाइक उसके लिए बहुत मेहनत की होगी. सो बहुत ही सही है, बहुत ही सही है. सो आई थिंक लाइक अभी हम बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम चला जाएगा अगर हम हर एक चीज़ पे अभी गोल्डमैन सैक्स कैसे फोड़ा है और अमेजोन कैसे फोड़ा है और लाइक वो सब की बात करेंगे. तो मुझे तुम बताओ थोड़ा सा. सो अमेजोन का इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस थोड़ा सा बात करते हैं फटाफट से, एंड देन लेट्स टॉक अबाउट गूगल एज वेल.
Sure. So Amazon's interview was off-campus one. So Amaze Wow करके program है इनका, that is for diversity hiring only, right? So first I was thinking maybe I should go for on-campus because Amazon was coming on-campus as well. Like it was predicted at that time कि एक साल आई थी, like मेरे सीनियर्स गए थे Amazon with via on campus, so I was thinking वेट कर लेते हैं क्योंकि ऑफ कैंपस में competition is a bit tough. Then I thought let's go for it, देखा जाएगा जो होगा. So because upcoming opportunity miss नहीं करनी चाहिए, ठीक है. तो the off campus process was very slow. Like first test was there like around May or something. Test was there May के end में. वो स्क्रीन हो गया था, उसका रिजल्ट वी गॉट लाइक आफ्टर 2 weeks एंड देन द इंटरव्यूज वर लाइक आफ्टर 1 month और समथिंग जब इंटरव्यू स्टार्ट हुई थी. सो यू हैव टू बी लाइक वेरी पेशेंट इन दीज ऑफ कैंपस रिक्रूटमेंट्स, लाइक वेरी पेशेंट. देन आफ्टर दैट जब स्टार्ट हो गई थी फाइनली इंटरव्यूज एंड देन ऑल्सो इट वॉज लाइक 1 week 1 interview kind of. So एक इंटरव्यू हुई, then we have to like wait around 8 to 10 days to get the result of that interview and then second round होता था. तो जिसे कहते हैं ना कि अभी रिजल्ट नहीं पता कि आगे जाना है या नहीं. सो आई यूज टू फील यार आगे पढ़ूँ या ना पढ़ूँ, वो एक फीलिंग आ जाती है ना. बट यू हैव टू लाइक रियली पुश योरसेल्फ इन दिस ऑफ कैंपस रिक्रूटमेंट्स. देन what happened was so let me just go into the details, a little bit of details of the interview as well. So 1 or 2 interviews in the beginning really depends how the recruiter is. So it may be like they could ask difficult questions or maybe they could ask easy to medium questions as well. Like but Amazon ka jaise mostly they ask like easy to medium level questions and hard questions are very very rare. Right? If there is a hard question asked, then that will be the only question asked in the whole interview. Otherwise, it's like 2 questions per interview. Right? And in the third round was really an interesting one because there was one very easy question in the first half an hour asked. So like easy to medium matrix question asked. Then in the second part, they were like very rigorous on the theory. Very, very rigorous. So theory being not asking like what is database or like not the what is questions, asking more of like going in depth of computers, how computers work, going really in depth of the cores of the CPU and these things. Like you should know the concepts of softwares for that, like especially databases. These things.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was really screening through the theory. So I guess I may be wrong, but I guess it was the bar raiser round, right? So bar raiser round is when they bring someone else outside of their recruiting team to take the interview, so that there is less of a biasness. Yeah. So then afterwards, fourth round was also very interesting because it was more focused on what projects I did and whatever projects I had written in my resume, they screened through it. Like, okay, this project was built by you. If I say no, this project was built like a team of us, like 2 or 3 people. What part did you play in this? And what did you build? What was the algorithm that you used? Like he was the manager, like the hiring manager, I suppose, or the direct manager. I don't really remember, but he was very much focused on can she build solutions and not much focused on data structures. So half an hour went in this only, and then the next half an hour was again one data structure question, not really a competitive programming. So it is really the mindset of that person. So if he's a hiring manager interviewing you, then the interview round will be drastically different from what a software engineer would interview you for. Amazon, yeah. So that was kind of the whole process. Yeah.
Okay. So, and that was for an internship, a 6-month long internship, right? Which you are currently doing.
So it was quite interesting because they were doing for both. So FTs as well as 6 months internship. So because my college allowed for 6 months internship in my last semester, they gave me 6 months plus full time. So I don't have to wait for PTU or any confirmation. I already have a full time offer when I joined Amazon.
Okay. Looks like the interviews went pretty well and you didn't really have to wait for that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. And how is the Amazon experience so far?
So it's really very good. I'm kind of disappointed because it is virtual. I didn't, get to go to the campus, roam around, and have fun. But and also I have never met my team members, but we do have fun. So like Monday to Thursday, it's like more of work and work. But on Friday, it's like games and chai pe charcha and something on those lines. So it's really good, and the manager is very supporting, very helpful. Uh, Even if you are like stuck or something, he will be happy to help. He himself will come onto the rescue. And my mentor is also like very good. I had two mentors; they switched in between. Both of them are really really good. Yeah. So I'll miss the team.
Okay. Yeah. And obviously this means that you want to go to Google. You're excited about that. So
Yeah.
how has that process been? How has that process been?
Yeah, so so let me talk a little bit about the interviews that I had. So in Google, I got into Google mainly because I was giving these Kickstart rounds. So I did like Google Kickstart on and off for like 3 to 4 rounds, and the ranks were like within 1,000 or something. So
Okay.
they eventually got me, and the recruiter, she mailed me that we are looking for talented people, so for 2021 graduates, so are you interested if you can just forward the resume? So I did, obviously. And and the test that many people did, so the screening test that got skipped in my case, so I was directly on the phone screening round. Right, so on the phone screening round, it was like virtual on Google Meet, and they had this share coding platform they built this year only. So on that, we had the interview. So the first screening round was pretty normal, like easy question was there, and like two easy to medium level questions, you can say, were there. So that got passed on, and then there was this actual round. So in normal circumstances, the actual on campus rounds are held on their campus, so they fund you with all the tickets and free food.
Yep,
So you
yep.
go there, and so I missed that experience as well. So bad luck, but yeah. So it was kind of what they named it, virtual on campus. So on campus but virtual. So
Okay.
there were like 5 interviews. One was HR, 4 were core software engineering interviews, competitive programming based. And on those 5 interviews, it was like on one day there were 3 interviews. Then after a gap of like 2 to 3 days, there were 2 more interviews. So kind of a rigorous process.
Wow.
Like it's really difficult to sit through 3 interviews. There was a gap of like 15 to 20 minutes or maybe 30 minutes on each interview. So it's like very frustrating. And so I started. Okay, the first interview went pretty well. So,
Okay.
like graph question was there. Obviously, graph and DP is the main focus of Google, and try as well. So, and second interview was also quite well. So first was I guess a little bit more difficult, and second one was like easy to medium level question. But yeah,
Okay.
so both questions were short and easy to code, you can say. Then like it really depends on the person
Oh,
interviewing
absolutely.
you. Yeah, because his mindset, his mindset of what a good question is, what a difficult question is, what an easy question is, it
Absolutely.
varies. It varies a lot. Then the third interview was kind of based on geometry, which I'm not really good at. So I gave like a normal solution, and she was like quite okay, average interview round, like not very well. So even my recruiter told me afterwards that this could have gone a little bit better. So after that, after these 3 interviews, there were 2 interviews after 2 to 3 days. So sometimes it happens that if all the 3 interviews are not well, then they won't even allow you to like sit for the next 2 interviews.
Sure.
They'll reject it you
Sure.
at that point only. So in the next 2 interviews, it was like first one was the HR round. So that was quite interactive and fun and all. It is not rigorous for undergrads. Yeah, and then the last round was kind of from a very experienced person. So again, more focused on development. Can she it was a competitive programming question only, but from the perspective how the person was telling the question, you can really judge that what is the main focus here. So the main focus was kind of, can she build solutions rather than can she, get rank one in Kickstart or something, So
Right.
yeah. So after these many rounds, also because I told you my third round didn't get, wasn't that good. So after these rounds, after 2 weeks, I got to know, okay, there will be another round, another competitive
Wow.
programming round. So kind of very rigorous process. And that last round also went very well, because that was the key that I got the offer. And even firstly, it was a conditional offer, that normally for undergrads what happens, they decide the team and everything at a later stage. They firstly say that yes, you are hired or not. But in my case, it was a conditional offer that if your recruiter is able to find a team for you, then only we'll extend an offer, otherwise we'll not. So my recruiter was really nice. Like, she took her time, like 3 to 4 months, but finally got me into got a hiring manager who was very much interested in my profile and could see the potential. And finally I got an offer. So
Perfect.
just this Feb. So the I shared my resume around May of 2020, and I got the offer on Feb of 2021. So you need
Wow.
patience in these off-campus rounds, really.
Oh no, yeah, it sounds like a really crazy process. So congratulations. Seems like has been an amazing journey last 4 years, right? Like you've learned a lot clearly, and you have sort of like covered up. If you sort of felt like you fell behind because of JE, like you've definitely covered up more than for it. And yeah, really happy for you. And I'm sure this is very inspiring for a lot of people who are watching this, who sort of keep. I think a big problem is that we sort of make this mindset that यार अब तो मैं इस कॉलेज में हूँ, अब तो मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, या तो मैं इस ब्रांच में हूँ तो मेरा अब नहीं हो सकता. But the reality is that these tech companies are very open in terms of, अगर स्किल्स हैं तो तुम कुछ ना कुछ तरीके से घुस ही जाओगे, अगर स्किल्स तुमने अच्छे से कर लिया है, राइट? लाइक आई होप यू एग्री टू दैट, राइट?
Yeah, absolutely. And one more thing I would like to add up is that never lose heart. So sometimes I see people, like, they get like bad ranks on 1 or 2 contests, and they feel like really disheartened that they don't have the motivation to go on. So don't be that person. Like, work and work hard. Obviously, if you do it consistently, you'll work hard, you'll get to that point which you wished for. Even if you are not able to bag a very good company. So I told you about my manager, right? My Amazon manager. He spent like 7 years in Infosys, and now he's a manager at Amazon, an amazing position, and he's still working ahead. So never lose heart. The good will come. Like, even if it doesn't come now, it will come eventually if you keep on going.
Yeah, perfect. Makes a lot of sense. And I think you're pretty young for like so many wise words, but amazing. I think like a lot of people will get inspired, and thank you so much. This was really helpful, and I'm sure a lot of people will really enjoy this. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. Really.
Yeah. Bye bye.